All right, ENFP guy Kenny asks, how do I stay focused on one thing long enough to build, right? God damn, boy, do we hear this a lot. I would even say people with Savior gather, right? So that's now a lot of IPs and a lot of EJs. Even some IJs have Savior consumed to some degree, blah, 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 blah. The point is, do you ever feel like you're overgathering and it's hard to stay focused? It's hard to build in the same spot, right? If you could work on the same thing for 15 minutes a day for 10 years, you would have something, no matter what it is, right? But you just can't stay focused and disciplined long enough to get something done over the days, weeks, months, and years, right? So many distractions. All right, so what we've seen with this, like if you want my stupid advice, a lot of the framework that I've come from on dealing with challenges like this, kind of in the reverse, right? Like, so say over controlling and not gathering enough, or whatever, however you want to look at your imbalance, is owning the consequences of the reverse. Meaning, if you don't organize, if you don't build, if you don't stay focused, you then have a free choice to enjoy the hell that is now going to be coming down on you later. Really kind of owning the simplicity of that. Oh, if I don't eat my vegetables, then I don't get dessert. Like connecting those two things. If I don't do my organizing, someone else has to do it for me and it's going to be hell because they're going to control me. Great. Is that what you want? When that pain of not organizing becomes greater than the pleasure of gathering, now you can start to get somewhere, right? Because if that lead, NE, SE, Save or Gather or whatever, on this non-stop, childish, crack-addicted thing with no consequences, why the hell would you stop and eat your vegetables? Why the hell would you stop and organize for 6 months? There's no penalty if you don't. Or maybe there is a penalty, but you're too damn unconscious to see the cause and effect, right? So for me, a lot of it was just getting older and seeing the merry-go-round enough times. Oh, when I neglect this demon, when I don't organize, gather, or whatever, I then pay for that 6 months, a year later. Oh, now I'm starting to see it. That was the biggest motivator for me. So in a sense, you're kind of trading one addiction for another. Some of the best motivators is using the pain of, if I don't focus, if I don't control, I am forcing someone else to do it for me, and they're going to make my life a living hell because they're going to enforce the control down on me. And therefore, it feels like a huge debt that you owe the mob, that if you don't send in that money every week to the mob, then you're going to get your kneecaps broken. So like you can start to now work with this of like, all right, I hate organizing. I hate working on the same thing. It's hard for me. It's impossible. But if you can force yourself to go, look, I'm going to put in my time 20 minutes a day, something to where you can work with, you got to pay your debt to the universe. Because if you can do 5 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, whatever, that's less of a tidal wave of control coming down on you later. So it's really a question about not how do I avoid pain, because there is no pain option here. There is no option of, well, how do I get away from hours of organizing and focusing and discipline because it's hard for me and I hate it. No, there's no avoiding that. Welcome to grown-up land, right? Do you want to make that payment in a large lump sum at the end of the year? Or would you like to take the payment plan and do little payments each day? That's up to you. So I have seen for a lot of people, the more that they can see this, a lot of times this just takes getting older, that you see this, you become aware of this, you become conscious of this, you see the merry-go-round, that then greatly starts to reduce the, okay, you know what? I just don't want to run out and do something new. I don't want to go hang out with my idiot friends this weekend because I know how much hell that's going to bring me on Monday. I just don't want to do it. So that crack addiction to SENE gather dies down because you see the consequences, and therefore, well, what else do? I don't know. I want to do whatever I can to avoid more pain. And if that's going to mean staying at home, going over known information, organizing, being disciplined, fine, then I'll do that. So there's a very non-friendly, non-happy answer that just takes things from bad to worse. Anyways, happy Friday. Have a good weekend. Hang out with your friends. Go out and do some cool stuff. You can organize later. There's always tomorrow.